Hello everyone, this is Mariella Höberstam. I'm the Chair of Academic Senate, and in this very short video blog I shall summarize the highlights of the Senate meeting from October 17. So in my past video blogs I went through the agenda, went through the main points of the agenda, and I think the blogs ended up being a little bit long, so I'm going to attempt a new version where I just highlight some of the issues that I think could be interesting to you that came up in Senate. Of course, all the gory detail of whatever was discussed at Senate is available to you at the Senate webpage, which the URL you can see below. Um, so the first highlight that I'd like to bring to you is about the Senate projects and the priorities. So for 2017 we have a number of projects that we are progressing, and we've completed already a number of projects, and two of the projects are going to be completed by the end of the year. And we're looking forward to 2018 and designing the work for Senate for 2018. So we have asked senators to reach out to their faculties and officers and bring back suggestions for Senate projects for 2018. And the process is that in the November meeting of Senate we will list those suggestions and have a discussion about whether those projects are suitable for Senate, whether it's actually our work to do those projects, and whether they're important so that we prioritize them. Of course, our work in 2018 is also partly dictated by projects that are rolling on into 2018. So hopefully by the beginning of next year we will know which new project Senate is taking on, and I'll be able to update you on that in the video blog next year. We had a very interesting discussion under the student-led business about the role of student senators or student representatives on governance bodies. So Simon Populin, one of our student senators, attended a conference of the chairs of academic boards and chairs of academic senate, and there he met some of his colleagues, also students on governance bodies, and they had a bit of a discussion about how they feel or what they feel about their role, whether it is it's a tokenistic role where boards and senates just go through the motion of having student representatives, or whether there's a real function for student senators, and whether they're being taken seriously. And Simon's impression is that Macquarie University does this quite well compared to other universities, and that we do take our student representatives very seriously. But we did discuss how we can bring out student business in Senate meetings. Currently we have a separate item, student-led business, and that may not be the best way forward for bringing the business to Senate. So we will continue our discussions with our student senators of how we can optimize their business, and that we don't miss out on discussing important student matters. We also had a very long discussion about the university medal policy and procedures. So we have a working party. This is one of the projects of Senate for 2018, and the working party was to redraft the conditions for nomination. The medals themselves, the nominations themselves are being assessed by a committee, and the discussion really was around how long would a student have to have been at Macquarie University to consider them in the nomination, whether all postgraduate coursework programs should be included or should be eligible for university medal, also how the new MRes sits relative to the university medal, whether a student would be eligible for having done just the second year of the MRes. So following the very lengthy and detailed debate, the Deputy Chair of Senate, Jackie Phillips, was then tasked to take the feedback to the Working Party and to bring back in the November meeting a revised version of the policy for final approval. And in the meantime, Jackie has consulted with a lot of senators and beyond Senate about this university medal policy and procedure. Another discussion we had, which I think is important for the whole university and you may be interested in, is about developing a model for shared responsibility of academic governance. So sharing academic governance between Senate and Senate committees as well as the faculty boards. We have worked on this through a working party throughout the year. We have a steering committee on this project, and we have brought back to Senate a list of decisions around changing existing programs that currently sit with ASQC, and we are discussing whether these decisions are suitable to be delegated to faculty boards. This will have two advantages. Number one, it will move decision making to the point of expertise, which usually sits in the faculties. It will also allow for shorter decision making times because it cuts out an administrative step. And at the same time, it will also relieve some of the Senate agendas and ASQC agenda of detail and allow Senate and ASQC to do perhaps some higher order work rather than the detailed work. Of course, with any of these changes with governance, there's always risks that it won't work, or risks that we're losing important communication vehicles between faculties that are usually managed through central committees. But at the next November meeting, Senate will be asked to endorse that with the set of decisions we've identified, that we move on in 2018 to develop the processes and the guidelines to allow faculties to make these decisions. And I think those were really the main points that I'd like to highlight to you of the items that came to Senate in October. The next Senate meeting will be on November 28 from 9:30 in the morning. Of course, as with all Senate meetings, they're open to all staff, so I'll warmly invite you to join in for the last meeting. There may be some seasonal surprises waiting for you, and but if you attend, please email us below so we can make sure we've got enough chairs in the room. So that's it for me from the October meeting. Bye-bye. Thank you.